Like, they literally, like, put bigotry on his actions for no reason. Literally no reason. God, it is so infuriating. What is this? Is disgusting. What the hell is this? You guys are sick. Don't make memes like this. This is gross. It's horrible. What the dude? That's absurd. So QueerlyBee, for those of you that don't know, was in the news recently because they called for harassment in their email and on their Twitter of the developer of, what's it called? Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley. What the fuck is wrong with my brain? Okay. Anyway, I made a video about them saying that I was quite mean, admittedly. I was very mean, admittedly. But then, you know, I also said this is insane that they're saying you should email the developer about this. Like, say your piece about what you want. And then if it doesn't get put in, it doesn't get put in. Why would you start up, like, what is essentially a harassment kind of call? Like, saying to in a YouTube video, go and email the developer about this, you know? Anyway, they then got a lot of shit in response. I don't know how much, I don't think all of it is related to my video. I think other people picked up on it too. But yeah, they ended up getting posted on Kiwi Farms. Which I understand is quite daunting for a non-binary individual with funny eyes. But yeah, they got posted on Kiwi Farms. Anyway, they responded to it a little bit. Now, there's something you're going to note straight away when I click on this. What's happened here? What's going on here? I must say, I'm feeling a little bit misled over here. Why do they do this? Why do they do this? Why don't they? Oh, God. Look. Look. I'm not being harassing or anything like that, okay? Just for those of you that aren't aware, this is Oh, hang on, we're not quite capturing it there. Let me show you the latest thumbnail on this person that we've got. Ooh, dude, I'm not. Listen, I'm trying to be super careful today. I feel like the YouTube moderators are on fucking high alert for any harassment, so I need to be careful. This isn't harassment. This is just showing their an image of the thumbnail. That's all. So I don't think you could consider this to be harassment. Although DK, I must say, this is kind of an insane thumbnail. I know you are just using their face, but why did you have to do such a close-up, dude? That's crazy. In fact, I would go as far as saying I disavow this thumbnail for being, you know. You knew what you were doing. DK, you knew what you were doing, okay? They were that close in the video. No way, dude. So anyway, let's so it's gone from boom, 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 okay, that's boom, wonderful. Boom, 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 boom.
Airpilot became a member. Airpilot celebrates 4 months of membership. JSDLK got nuked because he had upvoted where Darius called some rando a maggot with an F 50 times.
Oh, okay, I see. That's kind of stupid. Thank you very much. I don't know if that's what the truth of that is. Thank you very much for the membership. The membership. Thank you for the membership. No, I'm not harassing anyone. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything bad. I'm just pointing something out, okay? That's it. That's literally it. I must say, I'm a bit annoyed about the fact that it always gets presented. I mean, this was my own personal Gamergate in many ways, because there was no talk in this article that came out of the fact this person had called for people to email the developer of the game, the solo developer of the game. It was, they just got harassed for asking for pronouns in the game. Not what happened. Not true. Lies. Journo lies. Anyway,
Lastly,
Okay, that's wonderful.
creating content about Coral Island, so if you have anything that you want me to cover, talk about, etc., please feel free to let me know in the comments below. Lastly, on a more personal note, I did want to have a chance to communicate with all of you, which has been kind of difficult recently, about some of the changes that you might see on the channel. Firstly, you might see me incorporating my PNG tuber more frequently in videos. I'd already been doing this a lot on my Twitch streams, but it'll be a bit newer to YouTube. Additionally, right now, all of the comments on my videos are in a pre-approval setting where I will have to approve your comments.
Okay.
So if you
I don't care about that. I think that's actually the first good thing that they've done, is if you do feel like you're getting a lot of comments, a lot of hate comments, and yes, absolutely use the tools at your disposal to stop that if you want to. But like, this whole narrative about this story is so crazy, because they made a video and said to their viewers, yeah, go and send this guy an email, right? Like, literally direct call to harass someone, to get their followers to send emails to this fucking one person because they're not putting a fucking pronoun option in a game. And on top of that as well, it was to respond on Twitter. And then in their video, they said that it didn't apply to what they were trying to do, but they were like talking about like the violence of protests and how sometimes it's acceptable. It's like, dude, you're talking about a fucking pronoun option in a video game. Get real for a second, will you? You know? Say you want something, and if they don't want to do it or they don't respond, then that's that. Leave it at that. The entitlement is out of control, is off the charts in this particular case. But it's being presented as just, oh, this poor individual was just saying how much they like pronouns, and then the alt-right trolls attacked. A bad take. They got criticised for it, and that's that. Yeah. Obviously, it's good to use tools at your disposal to limit the ability of people to leave hate comments or whatever. I'm cool with that. I don't really care about that. But, like, can you not at least recognise that you had a really shit take and advocated for your audience to engage in brigading?
You say something and it takes me a minute to approve them, just know you didn't do anything wrong. Why is all of this happening? Well, unfortunately, it all started with my Stardew Valley pronouns video, which I unfortunately had to private because I've been facing relentless bullying and harassment over it for the past week with the
Very convenient that you've privated the video now. So if people just come to this and look at the narrative, it is going to be just, you got bullied into removing a video that was just asking for pronouns in Stardew Valley, which is not what you did. You said to your audience, send him emails, respond to him on Twitter. I don't really know. The responding to thing on Twitter isn't as severe, but it's still a form of brigading, right? You know, telling your followers to go and respond to someone on Twitter to issue responses they wouldn't otherwise do. It's classic brigading. And especially, the other thing that I think makes it worse for me as well, I didn't really find this out till after, but a few people told me, is that this dude, he is a solo developer, okay, and he does everything for free, right? Does everything for free, doesn't ask for any extra money, and just puts out all of these updates to benefit the community. And because he wasn't responding, not that he'd said no or anything, just wasn't responding to calls to add these an additional, and bear in mind, a non-binary pronoun option specifically, apparently then it's free reign to, you know, brigade this guy. It's just so crazy to me. Like, this guy is clearly interested in giving you the best possible product at no extra cost, but the narcissism of these people is such that they can't just have that. No, you must have the non-binary pronoun option too. God, it is the classic thing, isn't it? Like, they're just, God, it's so pathetic, man. It's like these people have got no fucking empathy for the other end of it to think, what might it be like if I was a developer who's working on another game, I've given out all these free updates to people, what might it be like if I receive a flood of emails from people all saying the same thing? Well, it would probably at the very least be an irritating thing to deal with from a professional perspective, but it would probably also be kind of upsetting, you know? I don't care about people getting upset, but like, these are supposed to be the nicey people that care about this stuff. But no, when it comes to getting your pronouns in a game, it feels like nothing is too far. Nothing is beyond, the tactics of what's allowed. It's so stupid.
The hate continuing to come in. I was posted on a website known for targeting marginalized creators with hate, harassment, and sometimes even doxing or swatting. I haven't experienced the latter as of right now, but it has been a lot to handle, especially since this is my full-time job, so I can't just comfortably take a long time off. I also don't really...
Okay. I just... It's the overstatement of it, man. Like, I get it, right? Getting attention, feeling like you're going to be hurt in some way is going to suck. I get that. But the idea that you need to take a fucking long time off for it. And yeah, exactly. How do you think a game developer's time might be affected if they just get a fucking slew of emails about getting pronoun options added to a game? And I mean, I'm sure some of those people probably wouldn't be particularly nice about it, you know? Oh, also, another point as well is this person said that it's not unreasonable to suggest or think that the reason that he's not responding to this request is because he's transphobic. Like, they literally, put bigotry on his actions for no reason. Literally no fucking reason. God, it is so infuriating. So, yeah, this guy could be transphobic, and that's why he's not responding. You should email him and respond to him on Twitter to get him to change it. If he wasn't transphobic before, I'm sure he is now. Nah, I doubt it. He's probably a very kind of like... I can imagine him being quite a progressive, minded person, right? That would be my presumption. No more Mr. Nice Ape.
I love making videos for you all and making content, so it's just been tough to kind of figure out how to move forward, but I did want to provide some context and let you all know why something...
They're effectively holding him at gunpoint. Wow. As I said in the previous coverage of this. The gun wasn't pointing at him. Let's put it that way.
This might seem a little bit different for a while. My hope is that these changes, for the most part, aren't permanent, but you never really know. So we'll just have to kind of take it day by day. I'd prefer if you try not to comment about this section of the video in the comments, because it could alert those who have been harassing me to hone in on this video, and I'm trying to avoid that, but obviously...
Do you know what's funny about that? Kristen Ark also spoke about this, right? But Kristen Ark sent this to me in a message. Dude, Kristen Ark has got some insane A-logs in his community. It's fucking wild. I'm assuming that's where it came from. Someone must have told him about it. But he messaged me and said, "You've got to watch this." I was like, oh, okay. So it still got found anyway. Anyway, look. You are putting out public statements about your views, okay? You can expect scrutiny and response. It's literally that simple. This idea that this idea that you're able to just put out whatever the fuck you want into the world and then, oh, if anyone responds, it's harassment. It's so stupid. The vast majority of the response that you get is not harassment, okay? It is going to be people criticizing and disagreeing with you. There's going to be a small portion of people that do take it too far and do some crazy shit, but the majority of people are just going to be criticizing you for your takes on, public platforms, YouTube comments, Twitter, etc., So this narrative that there's all this harassment happening is so stupid.
See, I can't control who finds whatever. I'm just feeling very drained and overwhelmed, but I do hope this helps clarify any changes you might see on the channel, and if content seems a little bit slower or quieter, that might be why, especially since I was kind of already on a semi-hiatus for my health before all of this. So yeah, with all that out of the way, if you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss a future video about cozy games.
Well, QueerlyBee has got to change the thumbnails up because look, you can see straight away the deception that is occurring here. oh man, I just don't get this thing where people like present themselves in the most absurd possible way that is so not what they look like, right? It's like you just opening yourself up to get mocked for that. QueerlyBee pulling an Ethel. Oh my god. Oh, I'm just sick of it, man. I'm just sick of these people who will be super aggressive in how they go about going after other people, but they do it in the right tone. You know, it's in a very much like, ooh, ooh, woo, send them an email, ooh, woo. But like, if this was someone else saying send an email like en masse like that, it would be taken totally differently. Crazy. It's the lefty equivalent of portraying yourself as the chudlogic. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Ooh, woo. Please, Mr. Game Developer, Mr. Transphobe Game Developer. Sickening. It's sickening. Why have you sent me this? Exactly. I'm not really sure what the... What is the point of this? This has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. This publicly posted image, which I'm looking at on a public platform, on a public thing, which is totally fine and allowed to do. Okay. All public, all publicly posted. I'm not doing anything wrong here. I'm just looking at publicly posted info. That's it. Okay. Publicly posting public information for the purposes of discussing it publicly. What is this? Is disgusting. What the hell is this? You guys are sick. Don't make memes like this. This is gross and horrible. What the fuck, dude? That's absurd. Do not send me this, please. Absolutely fucking disgusting. That is just, look, I am showing you just to say that is bullying and it's not acceptable. Okay? Obviously, I'm a big free speech guy.
That's wonderful. But how do I make money?
Hey! Thank you for the kick sub. Obviously, I'm a big free speech guy. I'm not saying that, you know, you can't do it. I'm just saying that I frown upon it significantly. Okay? The last one. Okay, they look all right here. They look quite, you know, look all right, don't they? They look a bit more. This, I mean, you know, 147 weeks ago. I mean, that is quite a significant amount of time ago. Coming up on 3 years. Why lie? Okay, they look better. I think that's a factual statement. Stylo, the glow up, nah dog, the blow up. What? That is despicable. I need to move on from this. You guys are too full of hate. Disgusting. Completely disavow everything you're saying. Oh, God. I frown upon it. Dude, it's just so crazy to me. You know, people, like, you can, within your own remit, your chat or YouTube comments or whatever, you can control it. But, like, people are just going to have a go at the way you look. That's just the way it is. That's the law of the internet, you know? Fucking hell. Just get a bit of thicker, like, it is just a case of get a bit of thicker skin. It just is. Obviously, I'm disavowing it. Totally. But also, people need to just have a bit more of ability to just roll with the punches a little bit, you know? But for some reason, people really struggle with that. UCLA's, okay. Yeah, dude, I got sidetracked with loads of crazy stuff, but I will talk a bit about that towards the tail end of the stream, okay? I'm going to bring up this very briefly, okay? I fucked this up because I wanted to cover the UCLA stuff and then lead into this and then lead into that, but I've kind of fucked it up. It happens to the best of us, okay? But let me just quickly show you this. Alec Gunter, who obviously got himself in a bit of hot water by making weird sexualized comments in regards to lyrics, who we're about to cover, has put out another community note. Just want to say, I'm sorry for being absent during this critical moment in history, as college students across the nation are being arrested and disciplined unjustly. Don't sweat it, bro. Don't sweat it, because it won't make a difference either way. I promise you that, okay? I just kind of envision Biden sat there in the Oval Office, right? And one of his advisors comes in hurriedly. President Biden, I've got some breaking news that I must make you aware of. Glup shito leftoid 10 viewer Andy streamer Alec Gunter has weighed in and said cops bad. Well, I hadn't thought about that. Issue the stand down order now to all police. Bro, you're so full of yourself. No one cares, dude. Literally doesn't make any fucking difference. Also, I'm sure if people want to fucking know what the correct leftoid take is to have, they can just go and watch a fucking Vow stream about it and they'll probably get the same fucking material, you know? I fully support the protesters and condemn the Biden administration as well as the media at large for their gross actions and misrepresentations in response to these protests. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't, my default take is on the side of police brutality, and that's it basically. So beyond that, I can't really say. Please don't mistake my silence for lack of concern. I've been struggling with some personal issues lately and need to prioritize my own well-being right now. In the meantime, I encourage my audience to throw whatever support you can toward the Palestinian cause in whatever ways you can while staying safe. I love you all very much, and I plan to update you on what's been going on in the near future. Fucking dude. This guy's so full of himself. No one cares, bro. There's about fucking 1 million glup shito leftoids that are saying cops bad. And on top of that as well, the big lefty streamers are probably all singing from the same hymn sheet. So yeah. Pretty fucking self-serving shit, really. Oh, I'm so important. I must announce the fact that I'm not commenting on this, but I have noticed it. Stupid.